สนับสนุนโดย The Power มอบความสุขทีวีเก่าแลกทีวีใหม่ที่ Home Pro ทุกสาขา
คุณผู้ชมคะหนึ่งในกุญแจที่สำคัญของการทำธุรกิจให้ประสบความสำเร็จก็คือการสร้างแบรนด์เพื่อให้ผลิตภัณฑ์ของเราเป็นที่จดจำค่ะ Well Us ในวันนี้เราจะมาติดตามเรื่องราวของการทำแบรนดิ้งกับนักสร้างแบรนด์ระดับโลกค่ะติดตามได้จากรายงานพิเศษในวันนี้ค่ะ
การแข่งขันทางธุรกิจทุกวันนี้สิ่งสำคัญนอกเหนือจากตัวผลิตภัณฑ์แล้วก็คือการทำการตลาดโดยการสร้างแบรนด์ผลิตภัณฑ์ไซมอนโบทันนักสร้างแบรนด์ระดับโลกบอกกับเราว่าหัวใจของการสร้างแบรนด์คือการสร้างความแตกต่างและการออกแบบที่โดดเด่น
Philosophy of branding, I think, is absolutely to get a differentiation going for the brand that you're representing. And the brand, as we know, only happens in people's minds. We always think brand is a tangible thing, but of course brand is happening in the mind. So it's the expression of the brand and how it's differentiated between, one A and B. And it's a very, very exciting industry to work in because brand is constantly changing. So in relation to the whole topic of branding, the business that I represent is of course about design. And the wonderful thing about working in design is that you're constantly designing for that differentiation. The design aspect of this is really wonderful because the designers are so clever because what they're able to do is work within a creative framework which people understand, but then they add that piece of magic dust that makes their brand be distinguished from the competition.
กลยุทธ์ที่สร้างให้แบรนด์น่าสนใจและสร้างให้แบรนด์ประสบความสำเร็จมีหลายกลยุทธ์
Both companies, both Brand Union and Fitch, share one thing in common, which is that they talk about experience. And experience is the core philosophy of, I think, most great branding and design agencies today. The two businesses, though, are very, very different. And let me explain why. Brand Union is a first-class branding company, world-class. Fitch, on the other hand, is probably best known for the work it's done in retail. What Fitch does is really absolutely imagine the vision, the emporium that the client is trying to create, and then ultimately can design it and architect it so that there is a fabulous customer journey that is created and a fabulous sort of brand experience. I mean, I think the strategy that I have with these two businesses is to do what's famously called in WPP, the holding company, kiss and punch. And by that I mean that most of the time the two companies, Fitch and Brand Union, can kiss each other because there is so much alignment. There are clients that we've seen even just today who are talking about, look, they want their brand expressed in the marketplace. They need us to think about the digital and social world. They need us to think about the physical world, the stores that their brand is represented in. And so there is a great opportunity for Brand Union to be doing a lot of the strategic work, the initial design expression, leading through to fantastic retail envisioning and imagination and implementation. I'd say that's the kiss part. The punch part is that, of course, there are times when clients will want a competition between different branding agencies, and there are times when both businesses could be competing for the same client. But most of my time is spent trying to drive an alignment, an understanding of each other's businesses, and then use the resource to really bring to bear.
สำหรับแนวโน้มวิธีการสร้างแบรนด์ในประเทศไทยและระดับอาเซียนคุณไซมอนมองว่า
I guess I see enormous change. Of course, in the 20 plus years since I lived in Thailand, there's just incredible change. The rate of change and the way in which brand is expressed in this marketplace is completely different. Brands in Thailand is an extremely interesting canvas to work on, and the change and the pace of it has never been quicker. But I think the one thing that people can get wrong is by thinking that they can bring Western cues or only Western cues to the Thai marketplace. Because if they do that, then it's disrespectful to the culture and it's not going to be successful. It just isn't. So, when you even look at brands like Coke or Pepsi or whatever, they're expressed in a very unique way, quite rightly for this marketplace. And those are the successful companies, the ones that understand how to operate and to speak the Thai language, culturally as well as, verbally. I think that what we're seeing is that the Thai consumer is very true to form. Love the sanuk of shopping, of being together. Sociability is so critical. So brands that recognise that and respect that are going to be very successful. This is, I think, going to be a very, very defining moment for this region. I mean, I am excited by it. And there are going to be really interesting brand building opportunities because, certain walls will go down across the different markets, and that means that there's much greater freedom as an economic bloc to start developing your business, your brand, your customer group. So I think there's both a challenge and, of course, there's the opportunity.
การสร้างชื่อและภาพลักษณ์ผลิตภัณฑ์เป็นสิ่งที่ไม่สามารถมองข้ามในการประกอบธุรกิจให้ประสบความสำเร็จโดยเฉพาะในเวลาที่ไทยและเพื่อนบ้านกำลังจะเข้าสู่การเป็นประชาคมเศรษฐกิจอาเซียนเพื่อเสริมสร้างขีดความสามารถของผู้ประกอบการให้พร้อมต่อการแข่งขันในเวทีโลก
สินค้าที่ดีนะครับถ้าหากมีการตลาดที่ดีก็จะทำให้เป็นที่รู้จักนะครับแต่ว่าการตลาดที่ดีแต่ว่าท้ายที่สุดสินค้าไม่ดีคนก็จะจดจำแต่สิ่งที่ไม่ดีนะครับพักสักครู่ช่วงหน้ากลับมาครับเอาเร็วๆใช้ไวๆ